Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Ask a Trainer Tuesday. And this is also our 5 days of wellness this week. Today's theme is happiness. So we're going to specifically kind of dive into how to enjoy your workouts so that it's less of a chore, and you can kind of make it part of your lifestyle so that it's not something that you have to squeeze in per se. That's something that you actually want to adopt as part of your lifestyle that you enjoy doing, besides the results and the benefits, as you actually enjoy the process. So we're going to talk about that. Chris Sousa is going to be joining in. He's our other sport coordinator, fitness coordinator from King Campus. And he's one of our other CPTs on staff, so he's going to be sharing some tips and professional advice regarding how to enjoy your workouts. So let's invite Chris in, and we'll get started. Should just click on here. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Looking a little white out there. Hey, Chris.
Hey Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
Happy Happiness Day.
That's right, yeah. I will be happy when I shave this thing off my face later
I'm
today.
I'm I'm surprised to see it today. I guess you have to keep it one more day to.
No, I don't know why. I just kind of, I thought, oh, maybe I can keep it going and I'll enjoy it and I'll just, maybe it's my new thing, but I don't think so. So,
I personally I liked it. I liked it.
okay, appreciate that. Yeah, no, I raised a bit of money for Movember, and it's a good cause for men's health and
That's
mental
awesome.
wellness and stuff like that. So anyway, I just introduced our topic of discussion today, which is what you said. Our days of wellness is happy for Wellness Day, and this might come at a surprise, but obviously exercise, you are supposed to enjoy it. It's not just supposed to be something that's prescribed to you that you have to do. It's much like healthy eating. Obviously, it's good for you, and you
Right.
want to eat healthy. But sometimes people kind of like, well, I don't enjoy it as much as, ordering out or fast food or whatever. So we need to change that mindset, so that we can give you some tips as to maybe make it a little bit more enjoyable for you. Yeah, and that was kind of how I'm going to kind of talk about that, to introduce that, is maybe kind of two different approaches. The first approach will be more of a mindfulness kind of approach, a behavior or attitude
Mhm.
towards your workouts and your exercise and physical activity as part of a healthier
Right.
lifestyle. And then the second part, maybe we can get into more tips and modifications to make it more fun, and we'll talk about maybe a workout playlist or even just different types of workouts that we can do to maybe spice up your workout and make you enjoy it more. So
Right.
I want to maybe just kind of start off with the behavior and attitude, and then we can kind of share different perspectives. And I kind of already brought it up, but it's kind of much like the eating healthy, where you need to obviously change your mindset and your behavior so that it's just something you do and you enjoy doing it, and you have a routine and you have your meal prep, which obviously you've been doing tons of workshops on meal prep, and so that you're not overwhelmed, and it's not a
Right.
chore, that you enjoy the process, you enjoy preparing your meals and your cooking, so that it's something that you actually like to do. So do you have any kind of starter points as to kind of how to go into your exercise and physical activity routines to have a good time and enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean you hit the nail on the head there. You kind of have to look at enjoying the process, not the end result. With fitness, especially, it's a journey like anything else. You're never going to be at a point where you're totally satisfied with with how you feel, how you look.
Right.
If you're just specifically looking at an end result, it's going to be hard. So you're right. You do have to respect the process and enjoy the process. All the little behaviors that add up to big change, right? Um, I would say a lot of people, they tend to almost punish themselves with their training. It's really you it's really unfortunate that there's a different spin on training. Like people use it as a form of punishment almost if they eat certain foods or um, there are different. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a performance-driven goal, um, but if we're looking at happiness and training, there are actual chemical changes that happen within our brain through training, through specific types of training. So, if you're a sport athlete, obviously the majority of your training is going to be pretty hard, intense training, right? Um, but that can actually lead to more cortisol in your body, where moderate forms of exercise, they actually increase chemicals in your brain, things like dopamine that help you feel much better, less anxiety. Um,
Yeah.
Almost like a reward chemical, right? Dopamine.
Sure. Yeah.
Also helps with releasing endorphins too. So moderate exercise, at least 20 to 30 minutes of moderate exercise actually increases endorphins. So we want to be cognizant of that. We're not just driving ourselves into the ground with every training session. It's okay to do that from time to time, but that's a great way of hating exercise. So you
Yeah.
really want to look at it as an opportunity to move your body and to kind of have a roadmap to release those chemicals inside the brain. If we just think about intensity, then yeah, it's going to raise your levels of cortisol in your body, lead to injury, and then then you're not training, then you're feeling bad about yourself. So it's really
Yeah.
I think if you take a look at the intensity of training, obviously. Me and you, we like to get out for walks, hikes, and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it's important to remember that exercise isn't necessarily in a gym setting.
Yeah.
You got to find something that you enjoy doing. Obviously, you enjoy hiking on trails and
Yeah.
and taking the family out. So um, that's a great point too. Is you're constantly you want to make sure you're with other people. Doing it safely with other people too.
Yeah.
Humans are a species who are driven by connection, and
Yeah.
when it's safe and safe to do so, you should absolutely jump on the opportunity to do those activities with other people as well.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely, I agree. And like you had just said, it's not so much just, intense training and we're just talking about physical activity and how to enjoy it more. And I know we've obviously talked a lot about it in our videos and our posts for the students is the, mindfulness. And what does that mean? And is it just this kind of, hibbity jibbity thing? No, I mean, it's an approach and a perspective that you have so that you're not convincing yourself negatively before you even start it. So I
Right.
was going to use the example of basically the opposite of kind of going too hard. And it's maybe we've talked a little bit about this. I know that we've shared some information regarding autopilot. Um, and autopilot is basically exactly what it says. It's basically you know what you're doing, but you're kind of just coasting through the motions. You're kind of just like, oh yeah, I know this is good for me, and I'm getting stronger and healthier, but I can't wait to be done, kind of thing. So
Right.
you're on autopilot, and you see it in the gyms, and people are on a bike and they're reading a novel or doing their homework. And you should really kind of be in the moment. I know it sounds kind of like cheesy, but like really,
No,
um, yeah,
I'm on board with that.
yeah, so dedicate that time for your exercise so that it's not something that you feel like you need to rush, that you need to kind of squeeze it in. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't have time for my workout. You really have to prioritize your day so that this is something of top priority with your family and your work and everything.
Right.
It's so important to get it in, and if you start doing it that way, so that you look forward to it as opposed to just getting it done and banging out the workout that's part of your schedule. It's just you're not really going to be you're going to be on autopilot. You're going to coast through the motions. And it's really good too when you're doing a workout to actually kind of pay attention to what your body is doing and how it's responding to the activity you're doing.
Yeah, it's a
And
good check-in.
you'll kind of feel the muscle kind of working a bit more, and you'll be more in tuned, and you'll have better balance and proprioception, and you just kind of you're in the zone, as they say. So
Right.
that's a lot better for enjoying the process as opposed to kind of coasting through the motions and just squeezing it in, getting it done, and then forgetting all about it, kind of thing. So
Right.
and I know that's easier said than done. Obviously we have busy lives. And even if it's a 20 or 30-minute workout, you don't necessarily have to view it as this quick and done thing, enjoy that
Right.
20 and 30 minutes, enjoy it, and try some new stuff. So that was going to be my next point, now that we've kind of talked about the perspective and the attitude and the mindfulness. And this is kind of where we'll obviously have great tips for you guys, is modifications, things that you can do to your workout. Once you've scheduled it and you've got the process going down, what are some tips that you have for people to, enjoy that 30 minutes that they have? What are things they
Yeah.
can do?
Well, that 20 to 30 minute mark is perfect. Start off slow. Most of the studies on exercise and the benefits, as far as the release of serotonin and dopamine, um, they prescribe at least 20 to 30 minutes at a moderate intensity, but also those effects actually last up to 12 hours. Um, so you're saying, put a priority on it. Absolutely. Like, you have 12 hours of feeling good. Why not put a priority to it? But definitely make it something that's easy and convenient, because those are the two biggest obstacles.
Yep.
If something's hard for you to do and not convenient, you won't do it. So, a lot of people, they'll make it easy for themselves. They'll put a pair of shoes in their gym bag at the front door. So every morning they pass by, they throw it in their car. They have it, whether they have time to get to the gym or not. It's there. So it's not an excuse to say, I forgot it at home.
That's true.
So make it convenient, and then make it easy, something that you enjoy doing. A 30-minute hike is perfect. Doesn't have to be inside the gym either. It could be outside the gym.
That's right.
But pick something where your heart rate's increased for at least 20 to 30 minutes. It could be, it could be a sport, could be a hike, it could be walking with friends, just something where your heart rate's elevated and you're getting the key benefits. It could be something that's more looks like a hobby, something that you enjoy doing.
Absolutely. No, it sounds so like, oh my God, it's not groundbreaking news, right? But like, I think it's just the approach. Once you start doing it and you get into that routine, then you kind of realize, oh yeah, this is good. This is the time. I look forward to it at the end of the day or the morning or whenever. And then a couple other things that are maybe kind of non-related to fitness and physical activity that maybe you can do. So we always talk about like playlists, and I know that you and I are both big music guys, and we love like nice variety of different genres of music. And believe it or not, if you come into your space that you have for your exercise, or if you're going for a walk and you want to maybe listen to a podcast or something that you enjoy doing, this is the time where you can kind of crank the music, do a little dance, whatever you want to do, like just to kind of like blow off some steam, vent,
Absolutely,
have a good time. Make yourself a playlist, a customized playlist for you that is going to help you kind of boost your enthusiasm to the workout, right? So it sounds, again, simple enough, but that's something that I would recommend. Is that something that maybe you do sometimes, or?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I have a pretty eclectic playlist. Some of the stereotypical like hard rock music,
Mm-hmm.
but also some old school hip hop. 90s slow jams and soft rock. Is it a whole bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
It just like you said, it elevates your mood, gets you in almost into a different perspective. Like, okay, it's time to have fun, but also train at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to music outside of like when I'm working or when I'm training. I like it pretty quiet, but I definitely turn the volume up a little bit, and a wide range of music, because everyone has their different tastes, and different music puts you in different moods, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, basically what I would do is if I were to tell anyone, is maybe kind of put your work aside, or your school aside, your studies, and so that you're not distracted by those things. So the music is just one thing to kind of, it's just your workout, some music, nothing else. You're not doing work at the same time. You're not doing studies at the same time. You're kind of just focused, and you're in that moment, and you're dedicating that time for that activity. So that's what I would definitely do. I find that helps with myself as well, because unfortunately my home workout spot is also my office. So I have the computer on at all times. So if I'm midway into a stretch and I can see an email pop up on my, it just kind of throws the whole thing off. And then I kind of stand up, I read the email, and then I kind of sit down at my desk. And then from there, it's a domino effect. So I really recommend shutting everything else off and just enjoy that moment. And then I guess lastly, and maybe even most importantly, when it comes to what you're doing for your workout, is different types of workouts that you can do. And we've already talked about, outside, going for a walk or a bike or rollerblading or cross-country skiing. It doesn't have to necessarily be weight training or any kind of fitness. But if we are talking specifically a kind of workout routine, obviously there's so many different types. You can do circuit training or traditional strength training, functional training, Pilates, yoga, like you name it. So basically my recommendation is take a look at some of the content that we've provided for you on our posts and our videos that we've talked in the past. Do some research and try to challenge yourself and approach a new, different type of workout, which might actually intrigue you more than what you were doing before. Maybe you'll adopt a new routine that you'll enjoy. So, because sometimes we get bored, and that's also a factor contributing to us not enjoying things anymore.
Yeah, that's a huge factor. You're right. The novelty wears off, right? So try out different training styles, different activities. I kind of cycle through what I'm training for or what I'm doing in the gym almost quarterly. So I'll compete in different strength sports depending on the season, and that, I think, that went a long way of staying in the gym and lifting, because you're constantly challenging yourself. You're relearning old things, and when you jump from powerlifting to strongman to weightlifting, those are all very, very different sports, right? So
Yeah.
Definitely find. That's not to say don't ignore the basics and always have a good base, but definitely find other activities. You'd be amazed at what you might like, right? I've done yoga in the past and really enjoyed that. Kettlebells, gymnastics I like, not very good at, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you try stuff out, and you might surprise yourself at what you like to do.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, that's pretty much, we don't want to overwhelm everyone, because really it is that simple. It's just lots of ideas. So there's I know it's kind of cliche. There's no excuse kind of thing, because obviously we're at home. We maybe don't have access to the same equipment, obviously, that we used to. So you really need to get creative, and you should be a bit more open-minded to trying some new class or new exercise routine or something, and you might enjoy.
Yeah, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, right? You get to go back to different styles of training that you did in the past, or new training, new online. The online fitness, I've been really enjoying. I didn't think it was a hard sell for me at first, but it's not even the actual class. It's the connection that you have with others. You could all be doing different training styles and different routines, but as long as you're all meeting there, it helps with accountability, but also the connection that we're unfortunately not losing, but unfortunately it isn't part of our lives right now, right? So definitely, if you haven't done any of the online stuff, jump on it. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, and then I'll kind of finish with that as well. And you had brought it up as the connection piece, and a sense of community, and you meet some new people. So yeah, we definitely recommend attending some of our Zoom sessions and fitness classes, stuff like that, because you'll learn some new exercises. There's that community, but also the support and the the motivation from seeing other people kind of doing it, and we can all relate, because you'll be on video, and there's like your kids or your pets or the whatever, right? So we can all relate, and we're in this together kind of thing. So that community connection piece is huge for enjoying it, right? So if you're having a hard time motivating yourself, that would be one way of definitely reaching towards your objectives, is to join one of our sessions. So so that was pretty much it. I think that covered kind of everything from both behavior to modifications to your workouts and stuff like that. So thanks, Chris, for helping out and for giving your perspectives and tips, because we all need a bit of a push. So thanks again.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yep.
We'll see you in about half an hour.
Yeah, speaking of class, if anyone wants to join in, 4 o'clock, we have our Train with a Trainer 4-person series. So we'll all be doing a different component of the class. So please join in. Otherwise, have a good rest of the day and be well. See you guys.
Beauty. All right, Mikey.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.